Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. Hello and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. My name is Christopher Rayman Witecki, and I consider myself your soul biographer, a person here to help you put together your karmic story through the orbits of what is above turns out to be what is below. And it's a pleasure to be back on the air. I have to say, one of the new little tricks of recording this same open for everybody is that I can tack on an open at the very end. My goddess, did we have an intense weekend. A new moon in Aquarius rattled me, put me behind in my schedule, so my apologies for showing up what I consider late with the horoscopes. I want to be on the air, but I didn't feel too bad. It knocked out the Pope as well. You know, when Neptune's in Pisces, folks, is when the Pope resigns. When the rats start leaving the ship, it's not always because the ship is sinking. Sometimes I think it's because light is brightening up, and we're seeing some effects of that, including even a personal killer or cop killer in California. A lot of crazy stuff going on. This is Neptune in Pisces. We're going to talk about that in your horoscope. I call it the party in Pisces. But even though we were distracted in Pisces, the sun is really the focus in Aquarius. We're working on how we position ourselves. We'll be going deep into that as well. Plus there are some squares, and I've got some new technology to kind of show you along the way. So let's take the Ascension elevator up to 33,000 feet and get on our journey.
Afternoon, folks. This is your captain speaking. While riding the Ascension elevator, be sure to keep your hands and feet in at all times. The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of emotional baggage. And as always, thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
And here we are up at 33,000 feet, taking a bird's eye view at you. And this is for, of course, the Virgos. Hello, my soul analyst. So good to see you. And the Virgo risings. You pretend to be an analyst out in the world anyways, right? We're working on many things right now. This is a shaky time for the planets, really in all states of awareness. And right now, as the Virgo race moves forward this week, we are wrapping up Chapter 3 of Sun in Aquarius. What this is you working on the part of yourself that you are best at, your daily reality. But I think for Virgos, daily reality needs to change. This could be your lifestyle, your work style, your relationship to your body. This could also be, your overall lifestyle in the sense of the class you live in, or the type of pampering you have or do not have, or how hard you work, or if you're barefoot and pregnant in a factory, that would not be good. That would be a thing that you're going to upgrade right now. All right. So we're in Chapter 3, where we're going to try to work on the craftsmanship and lifestyle of your life this week. But the universe has many distractions that have been going on for some time, and we're being pulled in many directions. Just to lay them out before we get into the graphics. One, long-term relationships is a big one for Virgos right now, particularly your marriage, how you step into your relationship to yourself. So, you are so fixed and so designed to be reality that when you want to change, it's not easy. Okay, so part of what you're dealing with is how to change yourself, how to let yourself go, how to let your relationship to yourself change, and that is going to be talked about as the party in Pisces. We'll talk about that. Saturn in Scorpio is also saying at the same time, Virgos have got to make an incision in their thinking and cut away on an old thinking style, one that no longer serves this new operating system that you want to design. Your mind is designed to pay attention to every detail everywhere, and so the beginning of your management of your reality is allowing what you allow in your mind to have happen. So when Virgos cease and desist in their mind, it ceases and desists in their life. It's a cool little trick, but at this point you have to at least cut off what doesn't work anymore. And then there is the story of stepping into your inner child, stepping down your personal dream path. You are now at a point where you can no longer treat your inner child the way it has been treated your whole life. So Pluto at 10 degrees, step 10 is saying, sorry, you cannot go back to the old love affairs, the old way of being treated, the old way of not being in your heart. Time is of the essence, and you're out of time. That's what Pluto says, basically, and we're out of time. So these are all the things going on in the background of you wanting to step into a better daily lifestyle. So let's take a look at the orbits. And now this week I've actually combined the moon and the sun together for easier understanding. Oh, well, we have light cast day on Sunday, and there's breakdown that day. So you might have breakdown in your lifestyle, or feel breakdown in your lifestyle, or breakdown in the moment. And that's partly the lesson of being able to live in the moment. That's partly the lesson of not allowing the other parts of your life to destroy the moment. But whatever happens on Sunday, it's definitely a lesson. On Monday, we break through, understand, and the moon moves into Pisces, shifting your emotions to marriages and long-term partnerships, where it will be for 3 days. This is the party in Pisces. We'll talk about this more in a minute, but I'm predicting maybe some love issues on that day. On Tuesday, Venus rules the day, so you'll restore balance and order to your moment or work style or health or living in the moment. And the moon has moved off the hard planets in Pisces, and I think you might be a little sentimental and enjoying your relationships. On Wednesday, Neptune rules the day, making things rather cloudy. The moon moves into Aries, and so Virgos and Virgo risings will feel vulnerable as emotions are scrubbing across personal boundaries, and you might feel a little exposed. On Thursday, strength comes back, though. Saturn rules the day. And again, remember, this transit is about how you live in the moment. So by Thursday, with all these distractions, again, the decision is, okay, I decide I want to be at least happy in the moment, regardless of relationships and inner child and this and this and that. Okay? So you're making a decision how to live in the moment, which will help you change the rest of you, but that has to be said. On Friday, we take action. So whatever decisions you made about lifestyle and changing your moment, get on it on Friday, take action. The moon moves into Taurus. This grounds your emotions and moves out of the vulnerability of personal intimacy issues and allows you kind of just to chill out, I think. So emotions do chill out by Friday if they've been a heavy week for you. On Saturday, on Saturday, you're going to hold space for this new lifestyle. You just want to love and trust. The moon is in Taurus, so you're very theoretical and you're learning and you're kind of wrapping up. So emotions are not too bad as you hold space. And then finally on Sunday, we are tested. So you might have faith issues that you're not going to get the lifestyle that you want. You might have faith issues in any place. And what you want to do is just ground your emotions and push forward. Career is going to be something big on the horizon just after that. You'll start feeling career on Sunday, Monday as well. Okay, so let's look at a new thing that I have actually that's designed to help you understand how the planets and transits go along. And I kind of call it my Doppler Astro weather. Alrighty, and I'm going to get smoother at this as the days go by. So what we do is I've animated the 7 days into printouts. These two green arrows are basically showing the connection going on between Virgo's mind and Virgo's mind and your relationships, your marriage. There's a direct line as you draw lines in your mind to not think a certain way, your daily reality uplifts. These two red arrows are actually conflicts between living in the work style and having the career you hope for. So there's fear that you won't get both the work and the career, and you got to work through those two fears. This shows how much the moon scrubs across all the sensitive spots through the week. So, it begins with light casting your reality up, and then it goes into house of relationships there, and then it goes across intimacy in Uranus, and then it goes through your house of beliefs, and so you're very passionate in belief, and then boom, it's heading for career. Here it is up close with the different steps, and this is so you can kind of see how planets move. This is just day by day, how they move around the clock and how they move backwards in the sky, and these are symbols. So this is the moon crossing these sensitive spots again, and whenever the moon crosses a spot, it's like a harp, we're being strummed. And this is the square. This is the fear between your inner child and trust intimacy. So your inner child's having a hard time trusting that life's going to be okay. And that is just really you getting used to things in transition, frankly. Things in transition are not solid. And so we are all having to step up in inner trust. Now let's go in outer space. I want to focus just on that party in Pisces. Okay, so first of all, there's a party going on in Pisces, and here it is. Let me come off the screen here. Just to put it into a different graphic form, all those planets that are squaring one, these are the planets. It's I sense, Neptune. It is I am, your masculine side. It is I be, where you're healing. It is I think. All this, sensory, action, I be, and thinking, this is all focused on your marriage and therefore marriages and long-term relationships. And you might be obsessed with marriages and partnerships and long-term relationships, but you better get the marriage right. Chiron is basically saying, hey, let's heal the marriage right now. And then the moon crossing through this is as if we went out in space and got a camera shot. The moon crossing through this is being strummed along all of this, and that's basically your vulnerability on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and the beginning of Wednesday. These planets all strummed up. Remember, it's about living in the moment, but the marriage is causing trouble. Let's look at it again just from the orbit's perspective really quickly. Chiron, your home planet, is in the house of relationships. So your mothership is saying, let's focus on the marriage. It's at step 8, which means not marriage time. Okay, really? It's still marriage time. Be decisive about how you want to heal your relationship to yourself. Be decisive about how you want to heal. I want to heal this part of me, and the part of me that nags, and the part of me that pokes, and the part of me, these are parts of me that make my life not fun and not able for my inner child to open up because I'm always poking at myself. That's Virgo. Neptune is saying, listen to your intuition. Listen to your mother's instinct with yourself, and see how that works. And you're opening up psychically as a result through your marriage with Neptune here for really the next 10 years at least. Then looking at 3 other orbits, or 4. At the top, masculinity, Mars, then Mercury, okay, which is your thoughts. And I just want to point out that in a couple of days, they come together in interesting ways. On Tuesdays, what this is, let's bring up Mr. Happy's again. On Tuesday, for instance, you want to decide what actions you're going to take when it comes to marriage, but you don't have to act on it. And you want to keep your mind in a nice, I love me, I love you, okay? On Thursday, another big day of the week, I think, you want to go ahead and take action, like step up for yourself, which is Valentine's Day, by the way. So Valentine's Day for Virgos is a mirrored Valentine's Day where you take action for yourself. Even if you have a date with someone, it's you dating you and they're coming along for the ride, okay? Because of where your spiritual development is. And then your mind, just stay open to unlimited possibilities on Valentine's Day, okay? And then I almost forgot about Valentine's Day. Then over the weekend when you're manifesting the new life, you want to take actions that love yourself and love others, but yourself first, okay? And then finally on Sunday where you're tested, your mind needs to just focus on love and intuition. So keep your mind just on, what do my guides say? Well, I love myself, and just allow that to be the floating spot that keeps, because emotions will go back and forth on this day. That's kind of what happens. We get tested on it. Emotions go back and forth the whole time, all right? So, to wrap up, here's my nice little thing in space. This week, the critical thing really is how you live in the moment. The distractions of how you live in the moment come from you being distracted by your marriage and how you respond to yourself in the moment. That's a big deal. So how you respond to you. What's the first thing you think? What's the first thing you say? What's the first thing you feel? That is the distraction. But the lesson is, let's set a lifestyle imprint that we go, in the moment, I want to feel this way. And see, a Virgo who is a healer and a reorganizer, you can't go around healing and reorganizing lives if your life feels disorganized inside. So that's what we're really doing. We're organizing our life. And then we are going to work very heavily coming up around the corner, and with the Mercury retrograde, the marriage and the marriages and the partnerships. So don't worry, that is a topic that you will have. Lastly, Uranus in Aries is just saying you have to also be open to trying new things, resolving that fear of the inner child not getting what it wants. It is going to get what it wants, but you've got to sit there and you've got to kind of massage your muscles to open up to that as well. Okay, let's wrap up. This week, my gratitude goes to you, the viewer. I just want to say thank you for always reaching out, for always looking for me when I've been off the air, for continuing to give me great positive feedback and allowing me to grow and be honest on the air and not have to pretend to be somebody else. I'm very grateful to be in this service. And if you watch my horoscope, Taurus, you'll see that I'm finding my place in the world, and it's so nice to be received by you. So thank you. Much gratitude to you. This is co-creation in the making right here live. Don't forget, if you'd like to connect to me personally, I do go on the air live in a Google Hangout called A Guided Hangout on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific. So we put that post on my Facebook, in the mothership, everywhere. So come on down, you can watch, you can chat, and you can ask me questions personally. This is my way of getting, and I'd love to hear your feedback on the horoscopes and what you think so far. If you want to be watched over personally by me, I write text messages every day through the night, personally to my subscribers, and you can start it for 1 week for a penny. So come on down if you want at gatext.me and try the GA service with us. Thank you so much for logging in. I'll see you on Sunday if everything goes well, but if you look at the horoscope, it will. And until then, live, love, be